Greetings, my fellow Guardians. How are we on this fine Friday? In the aftermath of the Destiny 2 reveal, is everyone else pretty much soaked in sweat, without clothes, feeling flabbergasted? Well, I'm going to try and do this Thursday review here without being too overhyped with the Destiny 2 thing. Does anyone care about Xûr anymore after seeing that reveal? But anyway, what we got? Bad Juju. Heart of the Praxic Fire, chest armor for Warlocks. We've got Skyburner's Annex helmet for Hunters. We've also got Eternal Warriors for Titans as well. Our favourite Legacy engrams, body armor engrams if you're chasing a Year 1 chest piece. We have some weapon bundles here. We have the Mida Multi-Tool and Arctic Survivalist. A very nice camo indeed, or ornament for that. And Red Death and White Witch, which is also another very spicy and clean ornament. Anyway, let's go in depth. Bad Juju. It's an exotic pulse rifle with full auto. We have smooth ballistics, soft ballistics, smart drift control, hip fire, armor piercing rounds. Send it for increased range and accuracy but harder to handle. Decreases your carried ammo capacity, but I'm not sure if that actually does that anymore. It's been a while. Anyway, perfect balance. We also have String of Curses, the exotic perk. After each kill, this weapon will reload instantly and increase damage for a short time. And kills with this weapon will also charge your super. It is a PvE beast. Let's have a look at these lovely ornaments. Dragon's Bane. But I think the best is Hoodoo. Look at that. That's fantastic. Should you buy Bad Juju? Well, as I say, it's a PvE beast. Getting your super energy from kills is a pretty handy thing. So if you want a much more reliable constant string of supers, then this is definitely the pulse rifle for you. And I would urge that you'd pick it up if you haven't got it in your collection already. Definitely pick it up. Heart of Praxic Fire for Warlocks. The exotic perk is Praise the Sun. Further decreases all ability cooldowns while Radiance is active. It also greatly increases your agility. We've got increased intellect and discipline, extra ammo for auto rifles, snipers, as well as void burn defense and solar armor. Increases your armor when using a solar based subclass, which is handy because this chest piece is built entirely around the Sunsinger subclass. Is it any good? Well, let's just say, for example, you self-revive yourself and you would like to throw as many sticky grenades as you possibly could, then this is definitely the item of clothing for yourself, for sure. The rolls on it this week, we've got, if you just bear with me while I bring up my information here, this is an 83% chest piece, not one of the very best, but maybe you can satisfy yourself with a better roll with the glass needles, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. Should you buy this? There are other Warlock exotics that would probably occupy your exotic slot a lot more commonly, such as the Ram if you're a Void Walker perhaps, and Ophidian Aspects if you're pretty much anything else. Anyway, Skyburner's Annex. This is a very useful helmet for hunters. I personally feel that it's very useful. We've got Versatile Shooter. Heavy weapon kills have a chance to create orbs. Orbs collected when your super is full have a chance to grant special ammo. We've got increased strength, increased intellect, inverse shadow, heavy lifting, and invigoration. Gain bonus melee energy on orb pickups. Why do I say that this helmet is useful? Isn't this supposed to be trash? That's the word on the grapevine, isn't it? But no, this is actually really useful for PvE. It's like a team-oriented helmet for sure, because the chance to create orbs on heavy weapon kills, if you've got a gun like the Super Good Advice, for example, the linking up the two things is, Super Good Advice is a pretty good decent heavy weapon anyway, but you do get a very nice string of shots because the mag refills if you miss and all that kind of thing. The same with the If Materia, obviously rocket launchers as well, but like machine guns, you're going to pick off a lot more adds. So in raids, this is a pretty handy thing to have. In PvP, not so much. Eternal Warrior for Titans, we've got the exotic perk Resolute. You gain Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. That makes you harder to kill while you're trying to perform your Fist of Havoc. We've got increased intellect, increased strength, hands-on, heavy lifting, and more invigoration. Yeah, I've been using this a little bit over the last few weeks in PvP because I was kind of fed up with getting killed in mid-slam, but that's pretty much the only thing that this helmet is good for, and I just couldn't pass up my Twilight Garrison or my Dune Marchers to fill the space there. So again, if you are very short on strange coins this week, I'd probably give the Eternal Warrior an Eternal Miss. Glass Needles, they give you the option to re-roll certain perks on armor only. For example, if we wanted to re-roll the Heart of Praxifier to get a Disciplined Strength, I believe you can get that kind of setup on this chest piece. I could be wrong, but I'll use it as an example anyway. If you wanted a Disciplined Strength roll on the Heart of Praxifier, then you can use your Glass Needles down here. Twist of Fate, use some Glimmer, use some armor materials and Glass Needles, and re-roll those certain perks. You'll also have a chance at re-rolling these. Maybe you want extra Pulse Rifle or extra sidearm ammo, for example, if you like your sidearms in the Crucible and stuff. So there we go. That's pretty much it for Xûr this week. I am still kind of speechless, having trouble with words after that Destiny reveal. If you'd like to see myself and Black Link talk about the trailer, and as well as all the trailers, as well as this reveal stream and the gameplay that we saw, there'll be a link in the description if you want to see that. That's fantastic. As always, folks, let's guess the Trials map for tonight. I'm going to be the same as I was last week and the week before. I'm going with Burning Shrine until it's Burning Shrine, because I'm cheap and lame. Anyway, I've been Story Machine. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please give it a slap of the upward thumb. Until the next time, folks, take care of yourselves and each other. And remember, smoke as a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.
And then we finally come to Protheon, the final boss fight, where the Cabal have unearthed this, ancient Vex boss. And the Cabal are no longer there to deal with it. You are. We're definitely trying to have a really strong resonant theme in every strike, where you can kind of feel it from beginning to the end, and where each boss fight feels like an epic set piece and moment. It could be the climax of a different video game, like that, epic enough that it feels like it's a really compelling climax. And each boss has numerous stages that you go through, and the fight intensifies and changes over time.
Hey, what's happening to the floor?